Hi and welcome to another KWM tasting note with me, Andrew. Today we're trying Bibbiano's Chianti Classico Reserva Gran Selezione Vigna del Capannino 2019. So the Vigna del Capannino was only made in the very best years. It comes from a single sort of vineyard plot within their estate there in the Chianti Classico, which is in Italy here. So you'll see in the map here of Italy, this is Tuscany here. It's quite a large region. Chianti is sort of south of Florence and into Siena, so sort of this region here. And Classico sort of fits in between Florence and Siena. This particular estate is just sort of north of Siena, so south part of the Chianti Classico region. 30 hectares of vines owned by fifth generation brothers, get their names, Tommaso and Federico Marocchesi Marzi. It's quite a mouthful. But they're one of the oldest family owned private estates really in this part of Chianti Classico as well, apparently. So quite a traditional producer. They use a clone of Sangiovese called Sangiovese Grosso, which was more commonly known as the Brunello actually. So really classy version of the Sangiovese grape variety. This particular wine comes from the very best vintages. It's fermented for 33 days. It's quite a long fermentation to begin with. Then it's aged for 24 months in a combination of cement tanks, French oak and Slavonian oak, which comes from part of eastern Croatia as well. So there's a bit of sort of different complexities and balance in there. So it's aged for 24 months in that, and then it's aged for 6 months in bottles prior to release. So 2019 is the most current vintage of this particular wine. So to see when you pour it out in the glass, you can see that sort of garnet edge to it. You know, you can see this got that bit of oxidative sort of treatment through its fermentation, and it's got a bit older, so 4 years older thereabouts at this point in time. So a nice medium depth color to it. Moves around the glass quite nicely. When I first opened this here and smelt it, I got this balsamic note, which is still slightly there, and then it came through with this lovely sort of blood orange sort of character to it as well. Bits of sort of cherry in there, and then like a sort of potpourri, slightly floral note to the nose. Very attractive. And the last time I smelled sort of like a blood orange note in a glass of wine, it actually did come from a Brunello de Montalcino. It's quite distinctive, and that is obviously the clone of Sangiovese that does that to the actual wine. Very attractive nose, yeah. A bit of leather, sort of slightly older aged nose to it, even though it's only 4 years old. Medium weight, fine, sort of tea-like tannins. Certainly a bit of grip around in the gums and the teeth there. High acidity as you'll expect from Sangiovese. Alcohol is nicely integrated on it. It is 14.5%, so no shrinking violet either. But all around a lovely balance to it and a super long finish to it as well. We have the Chianti Classico in the black label and the Chianti Classico Reserva in a white label, and now the Gran Selezione. Across the range, they are all superb glasses of wine, I must say. I've been very impressed by these wines. They are probably that older, more traditional style of Chianti, but if you want a really lovely example of Chianti Classico, Bibbiano is definitely worth looking at. So yeah, enjoy Bibbiano from Tuscany in Italy, and until next time, cheers.